Hey, real quick before we get started, if you want to binge the entire Mega back catalog or listen to the uncut version of this live stream or listen to a behind-the-scenes podcast of Mega, why, that all lives over on Supercast. Head on over to mega.supercast.com to check it out. Hey, there's a free trial. Give it a spin. Here's the episode.
Mega is an improvised satire from the staff of a fictional megachurch.
We are here, the Lord, we are here, and we're ready to podcast.
Hiya, I'm Halle Levant, and this is Mega, coming to you from Twin Hills Community Church, where every single week we're giving our Mega Church a tiny family feel. We love introducing you to members of our church staff and people from our community, and I always find it to be a treat and a treasure. And per usual, I'm joined by my co-host. He's the youth pastor for our high school ministry called Climax. Please welcome Gray Haas.
The greatest story ever told is that my guy God has won the gold. Halle, how are you?
I got Olympic fever.
I do too. Well, I did, but I've just been so disappointed by the Olympics this year, haven't you?
Oh, what's disappointing you? Well, the way that everybody's throwing shade on the States?
Everybody's just
It's sick.
absolutely throwing the United States of America under the bus. And as an Australian, I won't stand for it. Because, you know, we don't even have anybody in the Winter Olympics because Australia, we don't have winter, basically.
Oh, really?
Well, it's confusing because everything in Australia, you know, is opposite.
Yeah.
And so our Winter Olympians participate in the Summer Olympics.
Right.
And our Summer Olympians go to the Winter Olympics, but they very rarely qualify or win because, as you know,
They're
if
doing
you're
the
trying,
wrong sports.
exactly, if you're trying to go play volleyball at the Winter Olympics, well, you're not going to have a place to play it.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if you went off a ski jump, you know, trying to spike a volleyball.
Oh, that's been done. I mean, they've tried everything. But anyway, Halle, it's been disappointing, hasn't it?
I'm so discouraged to see that people want to talk trash about the United States of America. Honestly, and this is no shade to you as an Australian, Gray, but the United States is quite frankly the greatest nation on earth.
Greatest
And I
nation
say
on
that
earth.
because I've been told that my entire life. It is the greatest nation on earth.
And when you're told something over and over and over again, you know what? Chances are it's probably true.
Yep. And so, I mean, I haven't even renewed my passport, Gray, because you know what?
Really? Did you have a passport?
I did have a passport to go to the Holy Lands.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but I let it expire, and I think it's like $100 or $200 to renew it. And
You've been to Israel, and then you've been to Jamaica, right? I think you've been there.
I've been to Ocho Rios with my husband Lance.
to Sandals.
Yes, it
That's
was
right.
awesome. Well, but it was a Christian week at Sandals. They have secular weeks, 52 weeks out of the year, and then they do a Christian week for Christian couples, and it is awesome.
And doesn't that make it gives the name Sandals so much more meaning when it's Christian because that's what Jesus wore.
Oh, and we were having foot washing stations constantly at
That's
this
awesome.
Sandals. And truly, because everybody's wearing flip-flops.
Oh, and you get
or a
sand all over your
Birkenstock.
feet.
And yeah, when you're out on the beach trying to buy a bunch of stuff from all these, you know, people who come try to sell their wares on the beach.
Oh, I know. I hate
I'm
that.
out there all day. Oh, really?
Well, it's
I
just-
love it. I'm buying turquoise rings. I'm buying sarong wraps for me to, you know, wrap myself up in my beach wear. I'm buying linen bathing gowns.
Really?
I'm buying candy out there. You
Really? I
can
didn't
buy
know about
watches.
candy.
You can buy, I mean, you can buy, you would be so surprised how much stuff you can buy. You can get sweets and savories out there.
I bought a blender once on the beach and it didn't work and I was disappointed. So I never really bought anything again.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, I mean, the whole reason any American goes on vacation is to just go buy stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I found it real easy to be able to buy a lot of stuff while I was digging my feet down deep in the sand so that they wouldn't burn. The sand would get so hot that and then I would go back up to the pool area on the pool deck and I would just go to a foot washing station and, you know, have some awesome couple, wash my feet. Usually we did it all in couples so that like, a man wasn't washing somebody's feet who wasn't his wife. Many hoodles.
So you're not renewing your passport.
Yeah, because you know what? Half of Americans don't have passports.
Yeah.
And I'm going to join them because I'll tell you what, where do I need to go? I mean, we've got Yosemite. We've got Yellowstone.
And have you ever been there?
Well, I'm going to now because I don't have a passport because I don't want to get it renewed because, frankly, America's the greatest nation on earth. I've been told that a million times. I've heard it way too many
Once you
times
hear it a
from
lot,
too
it's
many
true.
powerful people for it not to be true. And so why do I want to go anywhere where they're going to have weird food and I can't understand what anybody's saying?
Right. And, and I'm just so tired of people throwing, and I'm talking about athletes, these professional athletes throwing America under the bus.
I can't even hear people say bad stuff about the United States.
Makes me sick.
I'll lunge for the remote control and I'll just change it right away to Fox News.
So have you been watching any of the Olympics, or are you just watching the parts where it's positive about America?
Well, as much as I'm a fan of the figure skating, because I find it to be romantic
Really?
and
I
beautiful
don't
when
get it.
it's a guy and a girl. But honestly, this year, I can't look at much else besides my man Stanley Tucci reporting live from the Olympics. He is really bringing a taste of Italy to the States. Another reason why I don't need a passport is because I've got Tucci talking to me.
That's right. So Stanley Tucci is at the Olympics reporting on food?
Yeah. He's telling us about macaroni and different sauces and everything. And why should I have to travel to the Olympics, lose an entire night of sleep, have to go through all the jet lag?
And then just hear people trash talk it.
Yeah. When I can just go to the macaroni grill, order some takeout, bring it home, and eat it while I'm listening to Tucci.
I agree,
That's the same exact thing as being in Italy.
I just don't know. When I start to think of things that are imminent, like the one world government, and I'm going, okay, Olympics, one world government. I'm looking at those 5 interconnected rings. It all just seems a bit, I don't know, it just seems end of days to me. And the other thing that seems very end of days to me, and I freaking hate to bring this up, but my annoying neighbor, Donovan Geo, has been having these Olympic parties.
What?
Because apparently the Olympic Village, he's calling his dome, his house, the Olympic Village, and he keeps having Olympic Village parties. Every day of the Olympics, he's having a party. And he's been walking around in Olympic colored Y-fronts, and I'm going, that's not appropriate.
No.
And he's going, guess what? This is what Olympians wear. And I'm like, not Winter Olympians. And he said, well, some of them do. Have you watched speed skating? And I'm like, well,
He needs to put on some pants.
there's nothing left to the imagination. And believe you me, Halle, I don't even have an imagination.
Well, I know there's not much of a difference between a fella's underpants and one of those Speedo bathing suits that some men wear in Europe. But I'll tell you what, I've seen your friend, I don't know if you mentioned him before, but Clay Mason Bannerman's neighbor, Donovan Geo, at the Y swimming laps lately.
I know. And
He's
he goes,
there in his Y-fronts,
I know.
and I think he just thinks he's pulling it off as if it's a Speedo, and it's not.
and believe me, we don't want you pulling it off, bud.
I can't even look
Anyway.
at that. It makes me so sad.
Well, and have you heard the absolutely sick thing? And I don't know where I heard this, but it's probably on Reddit or something, that with these ski jumpers.
I'm afraid where this is going because I heard about this from one of my daughters.
Which daughter?
Oh, the one who knows about anatomy and physiology
Yeah.
isn't afraid to mention stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, you go ahead and say it, Halle, because I don't want to.
Are these Olympic skiers doing something with their genitals that makes them go further and higher?
What?
Their genitals?
What?
Their genitals.
They're doing something with their genitals that makes
Yeah,
them go
they're
further
pumping
and
up-
higher.
They're pumping up their genital in the front.
No.
That front one, whatever you want to call it.
Well,
you
what's
know
the-
what? I think if you want to call the front genital on a man, if you want to say the, forgive my French, penis.
What are you talking about,
It's
Halle?
really
This
hard
is not
for me
what
to
I
say
read
that
on Reddit.
word. I should not even be uttering that word, frankly, because I shouldn't even be thinking about the male member that's hanging off the front side of him.
I'm sorry. What are you talking about? They're pumping up the front genital
Yes.
to make themselves go further? This is
When you
not what I was
pump
talking about.
Up. When you pump up I'm not even going to say it. When you pump up a P word, you fly farther and higher off the ski jump.
What?
Yes, I don't know if it's because it sort of inflates like a balloon and it makes you more buoyant. You have less weight and drag as you fly through the air. Maybe because if it's pumped up, it's sort of cutting through the air and making you a little bit more aerodynamic. If it's out in front of you,
I'm still kind of stuck on the term back genital. I don't even know what that would be.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
I didn't say a back genital. I said a front one.
Well, that's what I'm saying is, well, doesn't that infer that there's a back one?
Well, I think the ones that are attached to the front one can sometimes be further back.
Honestly,
that's the
Hallie,
one that begins with a. I don't even want to say. Can you say gonads or what are they called?
Talking
Testicle? I can't even. I'm just going to say the T word.
I wasn't even talking about any of that. I was hearing about some kind of performance-enhancing drugs, and that I was saying.
But that's what the performance-enhancing drug does, Gray. It somehow buoys their genital, and it makes them fly higher and farther.
Okay, we've got to move off this. Okay, we got to move off this.
What did you think that the performance-enhancing drug was doing?
I just thought it was making him. I just thought it was making him go, be faster or something.
Yeah. How? Specifically?
I don't know, Hallie, and I don't really want to talk about that anymore. It's making me very uncomfortable, and I've got to say, I've got a boundary.
I'll tell you what, I bet if you take these Olympic skiers who have been doing this to their bodies with these performance-enhancing genital buoyanters, these cheaters, I bet if you took them and threw them in a body of water, they wouldn't even sink because their genitals would fly to the surface because they're so buoyed by this performance-enhancing chemical.
Well, speaking of performance-enhancing genital chemicals, I have got some news, which is I've actually been doing some marriage counseling.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Isn't that great? Yeah, we do have marriage counseling here at the church, but due to some unforeseen circumstances, our marriage counselor had to take a few weeks off. He asked me to step in, and I have done it gladly, Lord. And I just said, even though I'm not married, I have the tools to give good marriage counseling because guess what? I've got the Bible.
Yep.
And I've got opinions. And if you've got a Bible and opinions, you can also be a marriage counselor, if you're a guy and have pastoral skills. So I've been doing that. It's been really exciting just working with couples that are in all sorts of different crises. A lot of them have to do with intimacy. And I've basically just told them all the same thing.
I would love to hear what you tell them because honestly, I might be able to apply it to my own marriage.
Well, usually it is the lady's problem.
Okay.
And to the lady first, I say, usually the guy is going, I'm having trouble down there. And not to get back onto the performance-enhancing genital chemicals, but, he's going, I'm having trouble down there. And a lot of times he'll do that down there.
He'll point with his finger.
And I say, you don't have to say it. And
grieves the heart of God.
What I say is I look at him and I go, understood. understood. You don't have to say any more. And then I will turn and I will face the lady.
Awesome.
As almost if he's not even there, because I just don't want him to feel more bad about himself than he already has. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I say 3 things.
Okay. 1.
Love your guy. Don't lie.
Okay.
Don't defy.
Awesome.
And then I say, and if it don't arise, don't you ever cry.
Don't you ever what?
Cry. And if it don't arise down there, don't you ever cry.
Cries.
Don't lie. Don't defy. Love your guy. And if it don't arise,
Don't you cry.
And that really fixes most problems. Because just go through it, Hallie.
Yep.
Don't lie. Don't defy.
Love your guy.
Love your guy. And if it don't arise, don't go cry. Because a lot of times that's what happens. Apparently, I don't know. But a lot of the guys will say, I'm having trouble down there. And when it happens, she just runs crying out of the room.
Because she knows it's her fault?
Absolutely.
Wow. Well, I mean, every woman who sits in your counseling chair is so lucky to get some godly truth from a godly man. And you know what? It's not always easy to hear the truth.
No.
But the truth is, you should love your guy. You should never lie.
You should never defy.
Real quick clarification. What do you mean when you say don't defy?
Well, don't just do what he says.
Right. Yeah. Submit to your husband
That's
the way
right.
the church submits to Christ. One of the best Bible verses out there. Wow.
Wives, submit to your husbands and don't cry. Don't run out of the room crying when it don't arise.
I see. Okay. Yeah.
And I'm thinking about writing a book, honestly.
You should.
So I don't know, Hallie, maybe I've got a bit of a career in this because it really seems like a lot of ladies are responding to this advice that I'm giving.
Oh, well.
And I think, obviously my ex has done very well with her, her crazy books. And I'm going, maybe I could write a book like that would probably be the opposite of a lot of the things that, Jen Hatmaker says.
Oh, she is selling a lot of books, which means you'd sell even more.
I know.
Because you're a guy.
I know.
Well, okay, here's the thing. I feel like you could maybe be the next James Dobson, because for those of you, maybe you're too young to know, the American church fell deeply in love with awesome psychologist and child abuse advocate, Dr. James Dobson. And he wrote a book as a man, as a Christian man and psychologist.
Yes.
He wrote a book called What Wives Wish Their Husbands Knew About Women. And it is fascinating to hear what an awesome, conservative, fundamental Christian man knows about, the deep internal silent world of a woman or any woman who might be married to any man in the whole wide world. Here is a man, Dr. James Dobson.
I call him Jim or JD or Dr. Dobbs.
Oh, Dobby in his, pleated dockers. What a guy. He was given a degree from University of Southern California.
I know, amazing.
Normally I wouldn't ever expect something good to come out of a secular university, but boy, did he take that psychology degree they gave him at USC. And boy, did he start off an entire generation of Christian kids who were, beat into Christianity in their own homes.
I'm always just surprised when somebody who's Christian gets a doctorate from a secular university, because it takes so much longer than when you get one from a Christian university. I almost have a doctorate, and I've done 3 modules from Covenant. And if I do a 4th, I'm considered a doctor.
Yeah, these secular universities, they're challenging, they're difficult, and they're not going to let you get out without a real deep education.
Yeah.
And at a Christian university, you get to be surrounded by people who believe like you do, who know what the absolute truth is. Anyway, if Dr. James Dobson can know what wives truly wish their husbands knew about women, then you, an unmarried, awesome Christian man of God, can write a book about what women need to be doing in their marriages. And the ways in which people can have godly, God-honoring marriages. I think anything you could speak into that. I mean, who better to speak into that than you?
I think the name of the book, or at least one idea I had, was the book should be called Why Women Try, Lie, Defy Their Guy.
Mm-hmm. Well, they've been doing it since the beginning of time in the Garden of Eden.
I know.
She lied and defied.
So that's kind of been my week, Halle. Very busy with that. I've also been busy with the father-daughter dance that we do at Climax every year, which is it's really awesome, isn't it?
It is. We've been getting my daughter ready to go with my husband, Lance Labont, picking out outfits, going back and forth to Spring Hill Mall constantly to get her ready.
Oh, which daughter?
The one who's still speaking to Lance.
Oh, okay.
So they're going to go have a godly dance, and that's going to be so cute and so sweet.
I just think it's so awesome when fathers can be the model to their daughters of what a good Christian man looks like. And, we don't allow much dancing at Climax. In fact, we allow no slow dancing at Climax except for the father-daughter dance, where you're going, now that's an appropriate use of a slow ballad-like song.
Are you going to be doing the DJing again this year for the father-daughter dance
No,
in Twin Hills?
I've hired out a DJ this year, DJ Nicodemus.
Oh, cool.
Nick A. Demus. And he's good. He'll play the bangers. But this year, I'm a bit of a rock and a hard place because I do have, as you know, Halle, a bunch of foreign exchange students this year. Many of them are from countries where their fathers can't show up and attend, or they're from countries where their fathers are dead because of, stuff like a war or a famine or something like that. So I'm kind of given the challenge of stepping in and walking them down the aisle, as it were. And so what I'm doing, because I do have to escort several of them to the dance. One girl's from Brazil, one girl's from Korea, one girl's from Malaysia, one girl is from, I think, some other place in Indonesia, and one girl's from Florida, but she's just living with her aunt up here right now.
Oh, how nice.
But her father did die in a war in the Florida Keys not too long ago.
Really?
But what I've decided to do is I will walk them in and I'll sit them along the wall. And I'll say, maybe,
like in a wall sit?
Yeah.
Like you do at the gym?
Yeah, I'm going to make them do a wall sit.
They try to get me to do that at Women's Workout World. I can't do it. I couldn't even do it for 1 second. I fell straight down.
Really?
Yeah,
It's not
I went
that hard.
straight down. My tailbone went right between my ankles.
Well, I have them do a wall sit, and I just say, really focus on two things right now. Focus on the men that are out on that floor, the beautiful, amazing Christian men and their daughters, and how they're doing it and what they're doing. And then focus on your own body. And just, if you're in discomfort, you should be, because, you have a body and you're this age. And right now, nothing about having a body at this age should be comfortable, should it?
Oh, no, they should be disgusted by it and frightened of how it can drag them straight to hell.
Instagram teen accounts have automatic protections for what teens see and who can contact them, plus time management tools. And Instagram will continue adding built-in safety features to help create age-appropriate experiences. Learn more about teen accounts and Instagram's ongoing work to protect teens online at instagram.com/teen accounts.
Looking for a protein shake that tastes as good as it performs? Meet Rockin' Protein Max. Packed with 50 grams of fuel, it'll help you keep up when your day won't slow down. And because it's always creamy and never chalky, every sip tastes great. Even better, it's lactose-free and has 0 added sugar. It's not every day you find a protein shake you actually want to finish. Catch Rockin' Protein in the dairy cooler at a store near you. Rockin' Protein and Shamrock Farms are registered trademarks of Shamrock Foods Company.
I didn't know you went to Women's Workout World.
Yeah, for sure. Until I tore my rotator cuff in that Zumba class.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I
Is
haven't
that
been
how you
back.
did it?
Yeah.
I think Zumba is problematic anyway, because isn't it a lot of sort of that Bad Bunny music, isn't it?
Oh, well, these secular women, they use it as an opportunity to be, shaking their hips as if they are actively in intercourse. I mean, it grieves the heart of God. So I honestly, if I had to tear a rotator cuff to get out of there, well, like the Bible says.
Oh, you did it deliberately.
Yeah, like the Bible says, if your eyeball causes you to sin, gouge it out.
Couldn't you have just walked out and not had to? So you hurt yourself on purpose just to get out of the class?
Yeah, well, I didn't feel like I could just, voluntarily walk out of the class, and I did not want to be in there anymore. It was the first 5 minutes, and
So
this
how
was
did
going to
you
be
do
an
it?
hour-long class, 60 minutes. I had 56 minutes to go, and I was like, I'm done.
So you tore your own rotator cuff just to get out of the class?
Yes.
I've noticed that women do that a lot, where instead of just leaving a situation they're not comfortable with,
Yeah.
they'll just do something to get out of it.
Yeah, for sure.
And, that's something I've talked a lot about with these women in the marriage class, or the marriage counseling too, where I'm like, well, first off, nothing about your marriage should be uncomfortable. I don't know why. That's an injury that comes up a lot in these marriages.
Rotator cuff?
Oh yeah, they'll just blow out a rotator cuff to what? I don't know. Get out of the bedroom or something. And I'm going, don't do that.
What do you tell him to do?
Well, I go back to my 3 things.
Love your guy.
Yeah, guy.
Don't lie.
Don't lie. Don't defy.
If it doesn't arise,
Don't cry.
you cry.
And on top of that, don't tear a major ligament just to get away from the guy.
Well, I'll tell you what. A woman's body and ability far more than me. But I will say that, a godly woman, a Christian woman who isn't always going to be a number 2 on the Enneagram, the helper, putting others' needs before her own, etc., and so on. Well, speaking directly or saying what I want or need is really quite, I think, sinful. I mean, you don't see it on the 7 deadlies, but a woman of God does not talk about what she wants or needs, especially if she's a number 2 on the Enneagram. We exist to take care of others. So unless somebody needs my help, I can't get out of this class.
So how did you do it?
Oh, I just threw my arms so hard into the air as if I was like really trying to have some kind of flamenco dance with a flourish. And boy,
And it
didn't
just
it
went?
just seize up. It was a blinding pain, 10 out of 10 of pain scale. It was blinding. I fell forward. I clutched myself. And then look, this is as high as I can raise my arm now for the rest of my life.
Oh,
this is me
really?
trying to put my hand above my head.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not high at all.
Well, it's because I didn't get the surgery. Honestly, head pastor Steve asked me not to because I was on that weekend as a producer, and he didn't want to get somebody new in.
Well, maybe Dr. Chris could look at it.
Yeah, I will have Dr. Crisp look at it. And if not, I could have my handyman, Dick Epps. Maybe he could put some WD-40 on it or something.
Well,
and
Dick Epps,
get it
I've been seeing
rotated
a lot
again.
of Dick Epps, and it's not in the way I want to, because guess
why?
what? He's been at the Olympic Village almost every night this week.
My handyman, Dick Epps, is going to Donovan Geo parties?
Well, he's my handyman, Hallie, but yeah, he has been over there every single night, because apparently at the Olympic Village, a lot of things need to be fixed, and then the next thing you know, he's over there just all night long.
Wow.
I know.
I am very disappointed. I do realize, that you did kind of take him. He is your handyman now. But I still call on him for stuff.
What's the last thing you had him fix?
Well, he came over with some Gooby Gone to get a secular bumper sticker taken off my car that one of my daughters put on.
Oh, which daughter?
The one who got a free bumper sticker that said like equality or something in rainbow colors, and slapped that on the back of my red Lexus and wanted to be tooling around town with her and her best friend Brandy. So I had to get Dick Epps to come over with some Gooby Gone and get that secular bumper sticker taken right off my Lexus.
Well, every time I see a rainbow, I love to think that that is God's promise to never flood the world and never make anyone, have to see gay stuff ever again. Well, Halle, one other important thing that I want to remind everyone of is that we have a new drive-thru over at Twin Hills, and I hope everyone can come up. Obviously, we're going to be offering all the things that you can normally get at a drive-thru that we would have attached to In Remembrance of Tea, which is our coffee place. So you can come through, you can get a coffee, and then you can get baptized. As there's two lanes. Yep. The left one goes to the baptism. The right one just goes through the car wash. In fact, it uses the same system. And if you need a baptism, it's an easy way to do it. Now, a lot of people haven't really jumped on it yet because it's still a bit cold. But I'm really hoping by summer that thing is popping off.
Yes. I mean, nothing really makes my day like a drive-thru.
Oh, I love a drive-thru.
Because you know what? It helps you. Wham, bam, you're in, you're out. And honestly, if you're not using our drive-thru here at Twin Hills, you are missing out, because you also, how sometimes during a Saturday or Sunday service, you're in the auditorium and we're telling you to let that plate pass on by, especially if you are a seeker, if you are a guest. Yeah. That is our time for members only to give as a good steward of their money, as a Christ follower, to follow his teachings in the Bible, to give 10% of our income to the church. And but sometimes you're tapping your chest, you're tapping your, where's my wallet? You're looking, and you realize as a member that you have not brought your tithes and your offerings when we pass the plate. Well, guess what? You can show up in the Twin Hills drive-thru, and we have those cylinder, sucking machines, just like the old-timey banks, back before the turn of the century, when you used to be able to make a deposit at the bank by putting your money into this little cylinder or your handwritten check.
Yeah, I don't remember this. I might be too young for that.
Cylinder, and then you would put it into this gravitational pull, like magnetic chute that would go, and it would shoot up and then over into the bank from the drive-thru. Well, you can do your tithes and offerings that way now.
Well, we also just have a QR code, and you can do tap, which is also fine.
That is also cool. If you are out there using Apple Wallet and whatnot, there is a QR code on the back of every single seat in the auditorium, and you can pop that QR code right into your camera's eyeball, and next thing you know, wham bam, you have honored your side of the salvation equation of giving your 10%, your tithe, your offering.
It's just so nice too, because I think the drive-thru reinforces this idea that as Americans, we want to be in our car. Well, we don't necessarily want to be outside of our car. We want to be in it, like you said, going around, seeing the great sights of America.
Yeah, we got Yellowstone. We got Yosemite.
Yeah. And so if you are wanting to spend more time in the car, well, this is a good time to do it. And while you're at it, go through the cup holders, go under the mats, get all the money that you find under there and dump it right into that tube.
As you know, Twin Hills, even we have some vending machines in the main atrium and lobby where you can donate your crypto.
Yeah, that's right. So into a vending machine. You can just put your crypto right into the vending machine.
Yeah, it's awesome. And it's got cool AI features. It's really, really cool. And I mean, I think it's just another example of how gosh darn relevant we are.
We really are. So come on by the drive-thru, really a multi-use drive-thru. And I just think it is going to be really popping off come summertime.
All right, folks, that's the episode. Many thanks to our Supercast members for those great suggestions. Hey, Speaking of Supercast, it's a great time to join. There's a free trial, and that is the best way to make sure that Mega keeps going.
If you'd like to listen ad-free, if you would like behind-the-scenes podcasts, and if you would like Discord access and much, much more, go to mega.supercast.com and become a supporter today. That's mega.supercast.com.
And really, it is the way we keep going, so please consider a Supercast membership. A very special thanks to our founding members. That's Bobby and Betty, Nana and T-Pop, Adrian O, Kristen A, and Anonymous. You know who you are. Thanks.
And as always, I'm Holly Laurent playing Hallie Labont, and that over there, that's Greg Hess playing Gray Haas.
See you next time.
This message is sponsored by Greenlight. With school out, summer is the perfect time to teach our kids real-world money skills they'll use forever. Greenlight is a debit card and the #1 family finance and safety app used by millions of families, helping kids learn how to save, invest, and spend wisely. Parents can send their kids money and track their spending and saving, while kids build money confidence and skills in fun ways. Start your risk-free Greenlight trial today at greenlight.com/Spotify. That's greenlight.com/Spotify.
Starting a business can seem like a daunting task, unless you have a partner like Shopify. They have the tools you need to start and grow your business. From designing a website to marketing to selling and beyond, Shopify can help with everything you need. There's a reason millions of companies like Mattel, Heinz, and Allbirds continue to trust and use them. With Shopify on your side, turn your big business idea into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.